Matthew chapter 16. Jewish authorities demand a wonderful sign. Some Pharisees and Sadducees approached Jesus, asking him to show them a wonderful sign from heaven to prove that God had authorized him, for they wished to snare him. And Jesus replied, "When the sun is going down, you say the weather is going to be fine, for the firmament is reddening. And in the early hours of the morning, you say the weather is going to be rainy, for the firmament is reddening and getting dark. You can forecast the weather by observing the firmament, but you cannot find out the signs and interpretation of the present time. The people nowadays are quite evil. They look for a wonderful sign, but no wonderful sign shall be given to them except that of Prophet Jonah." And Jesus left them and journeyed on. And when the followers of Jesus had gone across to the other side of the water, they did not remember to take some bread. Therefore Jesus warned them, "Caution, keep watch against the yeast of the Pharisees and the Sadducees." And the followers discussed among themselves, saying, "We brought no bread." That's the point. But Jesus was aware of everything they were discussing. Therefore he asked them, "O you men of minute faith, why are you anxiously discussing among yourselves regarding having no bread? Have you not yet got a clear grasp? Or have you forgotten when I shared the 5 loaves for the crowd of 5,000 and how many baskets you loaded? And when I shared the 7 loaves for the crowd of 4,000 and how many baskets you loaded? And how is it that you have not grasped clearly that I did not address you regarding bread, but that you should keep watch against the yeast of the Pharisees and the Sadducees?" And now the followers grasped clearly that Jesus was not warning them to keep watch against the yeast employed in baking bread, but against the doctrine of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. When Jesus entered the neighborhood of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his followers, "Who do the masses say I am? Who do the masses say the Son of Man is?" His disciples replied, "Many say you are John the Baptist. However, there are some who say you are Elijah, while the others say Jeremiah or one of God's special envoys." And Jesus asked them, "What do you yourselves say? Who do you say that I am?" And Simon Peter replied, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living and eternal God." And Jesus replied, "How blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonah, for mere body and blood has not brought you such knowledge, but my heavenly Father himself. And likewise, I tell you now, you are Peter, and on this solid rock I shall establish my church, and not even death shall have any power to overwhelm it. And I will furnish you with the keys of the monarchy of heaven, and anything you forbid on earth shall be forbidden in heaven, and anything you allow on earth shall be allowed in heaven." Then Jesus instructed his followers not to inform anybody that he was Jesus the Christ. And from thenceforth, Jesus began to reveal clearly to his followers that he must proceed to Jerusalem and suffer greatly and be despised and forsaken by the elders, leading priests and instructors of the law, and that he shall be killed, but that 3 days thereafter he shall be resurrected. At that point, Peter and Jesus walked further alone. And Peter began to reprove Jesus. And he said, God himself forbid that, Master. You must never see such evil. But Jesus turned around and told Peter, go away from me, devil. You are a hindrance on my path. For you are neither God-conscious nor mindful of divine matters, but the base things of the flesh. Jesus then addressed all his followers, saying, if anyone wishes to come with me, he shall deny himself, bear his cross every day, and follow me. For anyone who wishes to preserve his own life will lose it. But anyone who loses his life for my sake will preserve it. For what gain is it to a person if he wins the whole world and forfeits his very soul? Or just, what will a person offer in exchange for his precious soul? For the Son of Man will surely come in the glorious splendor of his Father and of the holy angels, and at that time he will reward everybody for their deeds. I inform you truly, there are some of you present here who will not expire until they have seen the Son of Man come as monarch in his monarchy.